Hi guys, I found something of importance. William and I made a video about the Pope and the recent his abdication from his post as Pope Joseph Ratzinger or Pope Benedict. Okay, this I found in the Israel National News. The Eretz Shiva, and you see the title here called Exclusive, a Seat for the Pope at King David's Tomb. Now Israel seems to have sold Jerusalem to the Vatican, so there you go. So I'm saying that I don't think that Joseph Ratzinger or Pope Benedict's out of the picture yet. Okay, because now they're setting all this up here, right here in Jerusalem, Israel. And there had been a historic agreement that had been drafted between Israel and the Vatican. Now the Israeli authorities have granted the Pope an official seat in the room where the Last Supper is believed to have been taking place. Oh goodness. This is abomination of desolation. Remember that in Daniel, when you see the abomination of desolation, okay, standing in the holy place, and you know the Last Supper, where it was take place, that was a holy place, and that's where Jesus' final hours was. And but that's abomination. But on Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and where David and Solomon, the Jewish kings of Judea, are considered by some researchers to also be buried there. Its consummation of a long campaign by the Catholic Church is to regain religious stewardship over the place where Jesus supposedly had broken bread and drunk wine with his disciples on the eve of his crucifixion. Okay, that's what I was just saying just a little while ago. And this was an enormous issue pushed through without any public debate. Okay, according to our sources, the agreement, which is expected to be ratified next June, okay, this is next, so that'll be 2014, right? And it gives the Pope a special authority over the second floor of the building so that the Christian pilgrims will be able to celebrate religious functions like Pope John Paul did in 2000. Okay, the agreement constitutes Israel's capitulation to the Vatican's efforts to Christianize, as they say, the holy site. You mean desecrate it? Like when a Catholic convert was built in Auschwitz. Wasn't that the concentration camp? Yeah, there in Germany. Anyway, the Catholic Church has long wanted control over that part of the area on Mount Zion, so as to turn it into an international religious center for Catholics. And you know, that was the Mystery Babylon Church. Okay, so yeah, this is just an abominable act what they're doing, and so that just goes to show you that the officials in Israel are in cahoots with the Vatican, and they're wanting to actually bring in, well, their so-called Messiah. So, because the Pope, the next Pope, is going to be the false prophet, or the first beast, and then the second beast, will be, well, he'll be his PR partner, the public relations partner there, and yeah, it's all getting pretty bad. And so this is pretty long, so I'm not going to read all of it, but it's all really disgusting. And it gets into the Vatican and the Palestinian Liberation Organization expressed a common position in the basic agreement of the 15th of February in 2000, which intended to support the recognition of a special statue for the city of Jerusalem. In a memorandum signed by the Vatican officials and the PLO, an organization dedicated to the mass deportation of Israel's Jews. The Catholic Church wants Israel relinquishing sovereignty at the Western Wall and the Temple Mount. Okay, so the Vatican PLO agreement preambles on the Jerusalem shows that the Vatican's attitude on Israel's capital is still stuck in the unforgivable anti-Semitic rhetoric of the 1940s. And it was until 1948 that Christians' access to the synagogue was severely limited because it was used as a mosque. And that had been there for centuries, the mosque. Since then, the state of Israel is committed to protecting the holy places of all religions and so on. And that's where it will be. It will be a one world religion. It will end up as a one world religion. It's all, it's all coming about, guys. About this. What's going to take place in Revelation. And it says the sovereignty over Mount Zion is politics, not only religion. So you heard me talk about Zionism, and it is a political movement. So they're telling you right here it's all about politics. And the day after the Pope celebrated a Mass on Mount Sinai in 2000, he went to Yasser Arafat's headquarters to support the Palestinians' right to return. And then that's when the Oslo War began. That was a few months later. And the Jews were sacrificed again on the altar of peace, and it was their Last Supper. Well, this is an Israeli newspaper, so they're going to support their own agenda when actually they have their part in it as well, because they are also looking for their Messiah, not the real Jesus, but I'm talking about the second beast, because they worship Lucifer and they're looking for their Messiah, the Antichrist. And the Vatican's official documents began referring to the state of Palestine and so on. So, it was the UN, the United Nations, and the Vatican. Actually, this was all like all part of their plan just to get ownership of Jerusalem. I'm talking about the Vatican. So they could have it all set up for, like I said, their false Messiah. And another one, that article that I found, Obama is to make his first visit to Israel as president during his second term, the very first time since his term as president. It says that he will go in the spring, and it will mark his first visit there, and he will make the stops in the West Bank and Jordan. Okay. And Obama and Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel discussed the visit in late January, when Obama congratulated Netanyahu on his success in Israel's recent election. And so you just wonder what's up with that. I mean, is he planning to make arrangements with what will take place there in setting up the abomination of desolation. Because he does have connections with the Maitreya character, and I just wonder if it has anything to do with that at all, because there are secret underground passageways underneath Jerusalem, where they said that there are secret ceremonies that are taking place because Obama and Netanyahu are Masonic brothers, okay? They act like they're enemies, but actually they're brothers. In the same way with Bush and Cheney and some others as well. Some other Israeli leaders or former leaders were. And I have to find those names because I was reading something that they would meet underground Jerusalem. And I also have a video about underground Jerusalem that I want to see if I can upload that. And you just wonder what is all going on, or what type of rituals that is taking place underneath Jerusalem, and lots of secrets and their plans, agenda. They're for actually for the Israel. They're planning for Israel to be the new superpower of the world when they take out America, which that is their plan too. That's the Zionist plan. And I know that's going to make a lot of people angry, but if I'm wrong, guys, and a lot of this don't come true, then I was a liar. Okay, I just might as well say it. It sounds funny me saying that, but and then, well, if it does, they say, hey, she was right, like that. I mean, I could be right, I could be wrong. Let's see, there was something else too. Oh yeah, I was just going to mention something too about electronic skin technology in the mark of the beast. When I mentioned it earlier that I didn't know whether it would have been like an actual chip or a tattoo. So I think it's where they're going to make it so thin that it was something that would be attached to your skin, like an epidermal electronic system, or electronic skin as they call it. Yeah. So it's all moving up fast, you guys. So that the time is here, really. And here's some more information about how they're going to implement this human identity for electronic sales transactions. If a lot of you don't believe that the chip is the mark of the beast, because it's all right here, and they're wanting to stamp all of us like cattle, and we're not cattle. And it says that the tattoo, what they call a SOMARK system, can be applied within seconds, and that what they're trying to say is it's kind of like, I mean, don't actually believe what you read, but this is not what they claim. It's so easy. Actually, it's just quite evil. And but I'll just leave the link here because I'm running out of time. And I also found a link of the Jewish Vatican. Yeah, the Vatican is Jewish. So I'm at the end, you guys. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.